It is often said that a mother's love for her daughter is a quiet, unwavering guide, always watching over her with deep care and gently steering her through life's toughest storms. But is this truly the case in Auntie B's story? Let's find out. Beatrick, known to many as Auntie B, owns a bustling, well-loved restaurant in the heart of a vibrant city. She is a mother of 3 daughters and pours her heart into running B's Delight, famous for its mouth-watering dishes and savory meats. 2 of her daughters, Rita and Tina, had just finished secondary school, while the youngest, Anita, was still in the thick of his studies. The restaurant was their only lifeline, the sole source of the family's income. Auntie B worked tirelessly, leaving no stone unturned, driven by a fierce determination to satisfy every customer who walked through her doors. The restaurant buzzed from morning till night, serving breakfast through dinner. But beneath this tireless work was a dark secret. Auntie B's special service, a harsh and disturbing strategy to keep the business afloat. Many men came not just for the delicious food, but for a chance to spend the night with one of her elder daughters for a price. This secret brought in much needed money, but at a heavy cost. Auntie B was strict and demanding, pushing her daughters into a life they never wanted. At first, Rita and Tina were heartbroken and angry. Mom, they pleaded, we don't want this. We want to keep going to school. Rita dreams of becoming a lawyer, and I want to be a doctor. We want to study at the UN University. But Auntie B's response was cold and sharp. She shouted at them, her voice filled with frustration and bitterness, accusing them of selfishness. How can you ask for more school when your father ran away when you were just 10? I have done everything I could to raise you. Now it's time for you to support me. The eldest daughter tried again, her voice trembling but firm. Mama, we can help by cooking and serving customers, not by selling ourselves. But Auntie B refused to hear it. The house grew colder, harsher, as Auntie B began starving her daughters, punishing them for their defiance. The daughters, caught between fear and heartbreak, eventually gave in, not wanting to be seen as stubborn or disobedient. Every morning, Auntie B eagerly counted the money her daughters returned with from those nights, a cruel smile on her lips. She celebrated the cash without a thought for their safety, their health, or their dignity. Dear viewers, can you believe such mothers exist? Have you ever come across a story like this? Let's keep listening. Many believe B's Delight thrived because of its exquisite food, unaware of the painful truth behind its success. The nightly sacrifices of Auntie B's daughters. The girls often had to endure drunken men, sometimes stealing from them in their vulnerable state. Auntie B cheered them on, her words hollow but commanding. These are my daughters. You're making so much money for your mother. Tomorrow, I'll buy you beautiful clothes and makeup so you can look even more attractive. The daughters, trapped and defeated, nodded silently, burying their dreams of education deep inside. But Anita, the youngest, watched everything with growing dread. One day, she gathered her courage and said, "Sisters, I don't want this life. I won't do this when I finish school." Her voice was small but determined. Unbeknownst to her, Auntie B overheard. With anger burning in her eyes, she shouted, "Will you be quiet? Don't you forget where your money comes from. Finish school and join your sisters. I didn't raise you to be useless. You will work for this money." Anita stood firm, her heart pounding. "Mama, I don't think I will do this." That evening, Auntie B stormed out, furious. One night, as Auntie B and her daughters served customers, a sleek, luxurious car pulled up outside. The family stared, wide-eyed and breathless. Never had they seen such wealth. A man in his 50s stepped out, calm and confident. Auntie B's heart raced with hope and greed. She whispered to her daughter, "This man looks rich. Do whatever it takes to make him stay tonight. If he comes back, we'll be set." Tina smiled with a quiet confidence. "Don't worry, Mama. I've got this." She served the man with practiced charm, even offering a little extra to ease digestion, her voice soft and inviting. The man's attention lingered on her more than the food. After finishing his meal, he handed Tina a generous tip, praising her beauty and promising to return. Auntie B's eyes sparkled with greed and pride. "Tina, you must work hard when you follow him home. This customer could change everything." But the next day, Tina's smile faded. A heavy unease weighed on her heart. "Mama," she said quietly, "I don't want to follow that man tonight. Something feels wrong." Auntie B's voice turned harsh and unforgiving. "You dare refuse? This is the richest man yet. You will follow him. No excuses." Tina's voice shook with fear and sorrow. "Mama, every time I think of him, my spirit refuses. My heart is heavy." Auntie B was unyielding and harsh, refusing to hear a single word of Tina's heartfelt pleas. "Tina, you must follow this man, and that's final," she said with cold determination. Though her heart ached, Tina bowed her head and reluctantly agreed, wanting to respect her mother even as dread gnawed at her. That evening, the elderly man pulled up in his gleaming, luxurious car, stepping out with an air of quiet confidence. He approached Auntie B directly and said, "I want to spend several days at my house with your daughter." Auntie B's eyes sparkled with greed. "Days? That will cost you a lot," she replied eagerly. The man smiled, calm and assured. "No problem. I can pay whatever you want, and even more." Without a second thought, Auntie B nodded, her mind clouded by money and ambition. She pushed Tina roughly into the car, whispering, "Behave well, or we won't get paid." The man drove off with Tina, while Auntie B closed her eyes, refusing to imagine what dangers lay ahead. The next morning, another daughter, approached her trembling with worry. "Mama, did you call Tina? Did she arrive safely? Is she okay?" Auntie B waved her off dismissively. "Don't worry, that man will take care of her." Then Ao's voice cracked with fear as she whispered, "Mama, I think I'm pregnant. What do I do?" Auntie B's face twisted with fury. "What? How could you? How will we survive if you get pregnant? Fix this, whatever it takes. Don't say that again." With a sharp shove, she sent Ao away, demanding she stay focused on making money, not bringing shame. Days later, Auntie B sat in the restaurant when the phone rang. A stranger's chilling voice told her, "Your daughter Rita is in the hospital. You should come quickly." Her heart plunged. Panic and dread consumed her as she raced to the hospital. When she arrived, she saw Rita's lifeless body lying cold and still. Trembling, Auntie B whispered, "Doctor, what happened to my daughter?" The doctor's face was grave and somber. "Madam, she tried to end a pregnancy. This is the terrible consequence." Tears streamed down Auntie B's face as her world shattered. No, I led my daughter to this. What have I done? What can I do now?" Her voice was raw with pain. As she staggered out of the hospital, she heard a crowd gathered nearby. Drawn by a mix of curiosity and dread, she moved closer and her heart broke again. There on the ground lay Tina's lifeless body. A stranger whispered. A car dropped her hair. They say she was used for dark rituals. Auntie B collapsed inwardly, overwhelmed with unbearable grief. Her soul shattered, losing two daughters in one day. Her world crumbled to dust. She wept uncontrollably, her sobs echoing through the silent street. "Oh God, I killed my own children with my own hands," she cried in torment. The weight of her choices crushed her spirit. She whispered brokenly, "I have failed as a mother. All I ever wanted was a better life for them, a life with money and security. I saved all their money, but I was so wrong. I sent them to their doom." Her tears fell like rain, washing away the last hope she had. Anita, the youngest daughter, heard the devastating news and confronted her mother with burning anger. "Mama, I warned you. We don't have to sell ourselves. There are better ways to succeed. Why didn't you listen?" Auntie B, broken and full of regret, fell to her knees and begged, "Forgive me, my child. Everything I did was for you and your sisters. I never imagined it would end like this." She shut down the restaurant forever, vowing never to continue down that dark path. Instead, she focused every ounce of love and energy on supporting Anita's education, determined to become the mother she should have been from the start. But Auntie B carried the heavy burden of regret with her for the rest of her days, haunted by the tragic consequences of her choices.